Hey, what's going on, guys? Bringing you guys my top 5 running backs for the 2012 season. This one is probably going to be the hardest one for me to do just because there's a lot of great running backs. And these are some honorable mentions. LaShawn McCoy, Matt Forte, Michael Turner, Frank Gore, Steven Jackson, Darren McFadden, Rashard Mendenhall, and Jamal Charles all did not make the cut. And the guy I'm going to probably catch the most flack for is going to be Chris Johnson at number 5. Everyone says Chris Johnson, he got paid and then he laid an egg. He still had 1,000 yards rushing last year. He had, I think, at least 400 yards receiving. But the point is, I looked at his career stats, and he's always producing. I know last year was probably statistically his worst year. But the reason why I put him at number 5 was because I think he'll bounce back. I think last year was a slow year. Last year was an off year. I think this year, there's no lockout. Let him get into shape, do what he needs to do. I think he might bounce back. That's why I have him at 5. If he does not bounce back, then I would not have him on this list. And actually, LaShawn McCoy or Jamal Charles would probably be my other 2 options. Anyway, number 4, Ray Rice. I like Ray Rice. He's a small running back, bulked up, runs behind his offensive line, bursts through holes. I love the Ravens running, ground and pound. So, the guy always has, he's always rushing for over 1,000 yards. He's always putting up the touchdowns, and I want to say he's at least 50% of that offense, just because Joe Flacco's an average quarterback. I don't know what he was talking about by saying, I'm one of the best quarterbacks in the league. I think he's in the middle of the road quarterback, and they need to depend on that run. Ray Rice provides them that running game. MJD at number 3. MJD is the only bright spot on that entire team right now. Their defense is fairly alright right now, but on their offense, it's a mess. They brought in a couple wide receivers in Laurent Robinson and then Justin Blackman. But the point is, as of right now, you look at their offense, because those guys, you're not going to know what they're going to do yet on that team. You know what MJD is going to bring you. So you go back, you look at his stats. He's always running for over 1,000 yards. I like MJD at number 3. Arian Foster, I think number 2. Arian Foster is just an absolute monster. And I'm not saying that because he's always getting, he's always getting, beast runs or whatever you want to call it, long great runs. He's a dual threat. You can swing him out on the outside. He'll catch balls, and he's had games where he's had over 100 yards receiving and 100 yards rushing in the same game. 2 rushing touchdowns and a receiving touchdown. What more do you want from a guy? That is just amazing production. And I would love to have Arian Foster on my team. And he's also a humble guy. He really is. He's a humble guy. He's just all around great athlete. I really like Arian Foster to do what he's been doing this next season. And then number 1, this is a big question mark just because of Adrian Peterson's injury. If he wasn't hurt, no question. He's hurt. He's getting back. He says he's trying to prove everyone wrong. The coaching staff, like Leslie Frazier and whatnot, they say we gotta be careful. We gotta take care of our superstar. We don't want him to get hurt. Point is, Adrian Peterson's like, no, forget that. I'm gonna be ready at week 1, and I'm gonna prove you guys all wrong. And that's what he's doing right now. He's running. He's doing full sprints. I think he's gonna start working on cutting in and out. But the point is, I think this is hands down the number 1 running back in the league. He's just prolific, and I can never ever get enough of that run. I think his name was William Gay. I think it was William Gay, or I don't know what his name was. Last name was Gay. Point is, it was against the Steelers, and I've never seen anybody run someone over like Adrian Peterson. And actually, I'm gonna put a link down in the description so you guys can check that out if you don't know what I'm talking about. But anyway, for my overrated running back, it was too hard. I couldn't do it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to have you guys, if you guys want to check that tackle or that run by Adrian Peterson out in the description, and then also in the comments, throw down your most overrated running back in the comments below. If you're new to the channel, hit the like button. Subscribe to my channel. I'd appreciate it. I'm out.